Tom Kennedy again, talking out loud about the difference between evolution and intelligent creation. The whole idea of evolution has puzzled me because as I've studied the human body, there's just so many things, so many items, so many systems that work amazingly that would have taken, according to evolution, thousands or millions of years to develop. But I believe, and I'm sure that we could not exist without all 11 of our bodily systems that work together in harmony. Skeletal system, the muscular system, the digestive system, the respiratory system, the nervous system, the excretory system, there's 11 altogether. Reproductive system, your skin, which is, it's called what's it called? Anyway, your skin and all of the different things that make it up is a system. The things that stop you from getting infections, your endocrine system, your glandular system. There's 11 of them altogether, and if they weren't working in harmony from the time we came into existence, we wouldn't survive. We need them all the time. So some of the ones that, for instance, your stomach, when you're digesting food and you eat meat and other strong forms of food and you chew it up and swallow it, as it gets into your stomach, there are acids that go at it and dissolve it and soften it up and divide it up so that it can be digested. Well, the question that comes to my mind is, if these acids will dissolve the meat that you eat, how is it possible that it doesn't dissolve your stomach? Because your stomach is made of muscle and fibers there that I wouldn't think it'd be any stronger than the meat that you're eating. Well, if it took millions of years for these things to develop, we have mammary glands, and why is it not dissolving itself? Because stomach secretes a mucous membrane that protects the lining of the stomach. So you have a mucous membrane that gets secreted into the stomach that protects it from the acids that dissolves the meats that you eat. Well, if that mucous membrane wasn't there when you started, the first time you started eating, when you came into existence, your stomach would have rotted out or been dissolved by acids, and that would be the end. You wouldn't be able to dissolve any other foods. You wouldn't be able to get any nutrients because your stomach would be gone. Well, one thing that gets me is that we, as children, I see in the public school system, they're force-fed the idea of evolution. Creation is not taught in schools anymore. It was when I was a youngster. Well, we're going back quite a few years. But we no longer see the idea that we came here because we were created. We came here by accident, according to what the evolutionists teach. And I believe almost two out of every three North Americans hold to the idea of evolution. But if you really think about it, it's an impossible thing to have gotten us here. We're force-fed this idea from birth. Most books, stories, TV, movies, they propagate evolution, and especially in schools, as I said, and as to how we got here. There's no other option given. And most of us don't really have an understanding of how absolutely amazing this body is and how it has such unbelievable features that we don't even understand them. They're so amazing. And how could this all come about by accident? It had to be an intelligent, extremely intelligent designer who put us together to live out this life on Earth. The evolutionists, they use misleading terms to take away from the fact that their theory is based on multiple accidents happening over extremely long periods of time. They use terms like Mother Nature to give the idea of evolution some kind of personality. Random selection, which kind of gives the idea of choice. So it's almost like evolutionists believe there's something behind it, bringing it to pass, or at least it gives that idea to people so it doesn't seem so absolutely foolish. And if we even have basic understanding of the magnificence of this body, we could never entertain the preposterous idea that we were here by accident. It just there's no way your mind could accept it. The only possible conclusion is that we have been breathtakingly engineered by the ultimate designer. And that makes me feel wonderful that someone actually created me and I have purpose here on earth. And so does each one of you. He created you for some specific purposes. And he would want you to come to a knowledge of that and an understanding so that you could go forth and do what you were put here to do. And so evolution can never do it. Thank you. We'll talk again. Bye now.